What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-hosts, Josh and John Luke. What's up, boys?
Not much. What's going on?
It's not Monday anymore. Let's go.
It's not Monday.
You know what? But the energy
Really
for
all I
a
got.
Monday yesterday was kind of weird. It was like a lot higher energy than Mondays usually are for us.
Yeah.
So I don't know what
Yeah.
Tuesday has in store. Prue, you may be in trouble if that's how we
Tuesday.
started on Monday.
Woohoo!
But guys, joining us today is a special guest. We've got at the Prue Patel. Prue is the owner of Lineup Showdown and a writer for FF League Winners. What's up, Prue? Welcome in, man.
Hey, everyone. Hey, thanks for having me here, guys.
We're excited to have you on,
happy to
man.
have you.
And I know we were talking a little bit about it before the show. Your company, Lineup Showdown, the format that you're pushing there. I just wanted you to tell our viewers, listeners, a little bit about what you're doing over there at Lineup Showdown.
Yeah, definitely. So first of all, it's not a company, not yet.
enough,
But
fair
Lineup Showdown is essentially we're trying to create a brand for this type of fantasy football game where you set a weekly lineup consisting of quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, a super flex, defense, and place kicker. But then once you use a player, you cannot use that player for the rest of the season. So now you have to really start playing matchups week to week and looking at, is your wide receiver one going up against a good cornerback or a bad cornerback? Are they playing in the slots, whatnot? So it's a very interesting format. Unfortunately, I can't claim I was the first to come up with it. Obviously, like everything else, Scott Fisk has done it.
Like everything else.
So,
Really, though.
but I'm trying to promote it as much as possible because I think it's one of my favorite formats. And MFL allows us to run leagues on it, utilizing that that caveat you can only use one player once for the entire season. So essentially, we're just trying to promote it and then maybe provide a place for people to write content for those weekly matchups.
Very cool.
Actually, badass.
That
It
seems
reminds me of
so much fun.
like almost like the pool leagues that you do, like where you just have to pick a team, but you only can pick that one team once. And those are my favorite kind of pools that I do. So I've never done this league kind of style of league in a fantasy format, and I would be very interested.
Yeah, maybe this year we set up a league over there and start playing some Lineup Showdown.
Well, there's a charity league. I'm trying to get
That's
at
what I'm
100.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
So-
I think I might be interested in joining the charity league.
Let's do it. Let's do
Make
it.
it happen.
And guys watching, if that's something you're interested as well, make sure you check out what Prue's doing. You can find him on Twitter at Lineup Showdown to learn more about Lineup Showdown specifically, or on his website, lineupshowdown.com. So make sure you guys check that out. Check out what he's pushing out over there and get involved if that's a format that sounds like it's something that's fun to you. Guys, we do have one more very important thing to talk about before we get started.
I'm seeing
with some
something in the
full
chat
perception.
here.
Yeah. Someone special has a birthday today. Someone in the front yard fam.
Yeah.
Maria has her birthday today. Happy birthday,
It was
Maria.
your birthday
Welcome
today,
to your
Maria.
birthday.
I'm figuring out right now. This is happy birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday,
birthday.
Dale. Has a-
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Maria. Happy birthday to you. I'm
That was-
covering it for all of us.
We did
I'm
it.
covering it. All
We
right.
did it. Speed sing.
So no one has to hear our heinous song.
Is that tequila in that glass, Josh?
There it is. I made
I
a margarita
knew
for
it.
today. I
I
made a
knew
margarita
it.
for today. Let's go.
Tuesday.
Tuesday at 3 p.m. No better time for a margarita.
That's what I'm saying. You agree?
I agree.
We agree.
Ricky Butts in here said first. Jay also said first. And Maria said first, but it's her birthday, so she wins. So she gets the trump
She
card.
wins.
Maria,
That's it.
congratulations on being first.
That's how it works.
And 360 Fantasy says present. What's up, Jay Wall? Welcome in. Anthony coming in with the news that we all wanted to talk or didn't want to talk about. Travis Etienne out for the
Damn it.
season with a Liz Frank injury.
Damn it.
Right after we were talking about him, had questions on the show about him yesterday. We as a team, I think we're very excited about what he could do this season, and now we're not going to get to find out. Sad stuff. Hopefully he recovers. And James Robinson
To the moon.
No.
to the RB2. RB2
Fair enough,
territory,
fair
not
enough.
RB2
You're absolutely
overall.
No.
We'll go about halfway to the moon with James Robinson. The points JL made yesterday about the sheer volume of carries he got last year, even without ETN. I can't imagine he gets 82% of his team's opportunities this year.
No.
So I'm not calling for what we saw last year, but
if
definitely
it's an improved
raises his
offense,
value.
if it's an improved offense, that can lead to more scoring opportunities, just more opportunities in general for him. I mean, this does make me excited.
That is a big if, though, based on what we've seen in the preseason, Josh. I'm not convinced
absolutely correct.
Off-season or an improved offense for the Jaguars.
It can't get that much worse.
I think it's improved. I think it's very, very much improved. The team in general, I don't know, but the offense specifically is improved.
And if the defense is not good, then it's only more. I mean, it could lead to more
slinging it
on offense. Dump offs.
Trevor needs to learn how to slide in the NFL, though. He scared the hell out of me in that game. He was taking some hits he didn't need to, but we'll see if that offense gets better. NBA Rigged in here says, "What up, beautiful folks, in this awesome stream? Glad to have you here, NBA."
What up,
Jordan
NBA?
Wishing a happy birthday to Maria. And then Baltimore fan Josh, how much will Marlon Mack touch the ball this season? 80 carries, 20 catches. He is back, health, I assume. Well, we got 3 Baltimore fans here as well. Prue is also a Baltimore fan.
It's cool. It's interesting that you're asking the Baltimore fans about Marlon Mack, but that's fine.
That's fine, he says.
When it comes to 80 carries, 20 catches sounds about right. I don't expect much more from him. He's still the backup. So unless anything happens to Jonathan Taylor, I'm not excited for Marlon Mack from a fantasy standpoint. He had the torn Achilles that, worries us with running backs. So, but I will say, if he does do anything over the course of the season, if he proves he can still be efficient, Cam Akers, his stock is only going to skyrocket.
Yeah, I have him for a little bit less than that, but just around those stats there. 80 carries, 20 catches, I think is fair.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I could see less catches.
What I think
about Marlon Mack's involvement this year?
I think that's pretty much it, right? It's Jonathan Taylor's backup. That's his role. I don't do projections, so I don't know what I, have him down for, but he's essentially Jonathan Taylor's backup. But I hope he shows that he's returned his burst, because coming back from that Achilles injury would be great.
Yeah.
And then real fast on that.
It would be great for Cam Akers to see Marlon Mack come back and find some success this year in Dynasty.
Exactly.
But he's not even the pass catching back in that team, and he never will be. I mean, Nyheim Hines is that guy. So it's like we can't even really it's hard to envision a big role for him from a fantasy standpoint. So don't expect much unless Taylor gets hurt, like we all said.
NBA wants to know also, what dessert are we chowing down on today, Maria, for your birthday? Birthday waffle? Birthday flavor ice cream?
It's a surprise. So Maria, go ahead and mute your phone right now. It's a surprise. So wait for it.
Eggplant parm with ice cream on top.
You better be muted now. If you're not muted at this point, it's 100% your fault.
Blue waffle,
cookie ice cream cake.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Oh. Now, no one say it in the chat.
Yeah. No one say anything about it. You're safe to come back in, Maria.
She can't hear you. Felipe, my man.
True.
That's why I did the thumbs up.
Okay, fair enough.
What else would this mean?
Felipe,
someone can put it in the chat that she's good to come back in. Felipe came in yesterday asking about Travis Etienne with James Robinson, and our advice didn't hold very well with the news that came out today. I'm sorry. And he said, I had Etienne. How long do you think Javonte W can be my RB2 behind CMC?
I don't think it's how long.
It's
when will he be the starter?
That's what I'm saying. There's worse situations to be in than having Javonte sitting there as your RB2. I do think by the end of the season, he probably takes over as the lead back in that backfield. I just don't know how long it's going to take for that to happen. Joey's in here, says, I'm here, just haven't thought of anything witty to say yet. Well, keep us updated, Joey.
I like that comment.
We're waiting for it. And Jay said, Joey, you'll think of the right thing to say.
Because his last name's right. It's with the W. I get
it. Definitely not a fake throne has a question for us. If Carlos Hyde is on the waiver wire in a 12-man non-PPR league, do I pick him up with the ETN injury?
It depends who you're dropping.
Yeah.
But
I put it
probably
in the
not.
I put it in the Marlon Mack range. You know what I mean? He's James Robinson's backup. And he's not the kind of back where I think they're going to be like pressured to get him more involved, like steal some of those carries from Robinson. So
I would probably
maybe he get. I think you could if you have an empty.
I'm not
new
expecting
offense.
much.
It's a new offense, so everything that we think that we know about James Robinson is going to be up in flux. We don't know that James Robinson's going to be the guy there. We assume there because he's good and he's better than Carlos Hyde, but we just don't know how Carlos Hyde will be used yet.
Jay saying, nobody tell Maria she's getting maple bacon donuts for her birthday. Thanks for ruining it, Jay.
That's such
maple
a
bacon
move.
Donuts for the vegetarians.
Classic.
And Joey still has nothing. While we're waiting for that, Joey, a couple things I wanted to remind everybody watching here about. One reminder, one new piece of news. Reminder, if you have not subscribed to our channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Steal your mom's phone, steal your girlfriend's phone, steal your boyfriend's phone, subscribe. It means a ton to us, and you'll make sure you or those people whose phones you stole never miss another one of our videos again. And guys, I know we've been promising it for a while, but I'm about to post a link in the chat to a Google form. If you are interested in joining the Front Yard Fantasy 2021 Listener League, make sure you fill this form out and let us know that you would like to be in it. And we'll have more
hope this is a
information about
Rickroll.
joining
How
as
funny
it
would it
goes.
be if you Rickrolled everybody?
Oh, I didn't think of that. I should have thrown that in there. And definitely not a fake throne has a question in here. Before I get to that, I just want to remind everyone, if you are interested in the Listener League, again, fill out that form. It's name, email, Twitter handle. And we will get the more information about that league to you shortly if that's something you're interested in. Definitely not a fake throne as an update on the Carlos Hyde thing. Wants to know if he should drop Carlos Hyde or should I drop Carlos Hyde for Ramondre Stevenson?
It's the other way around. Yeah.
Other way around. I would prefer Stevenson on my roster. I think just for the upside. Prue, do you have an opinion on this one? Which one you would prefer on your roster?
That's tough because I know Stevenson's a great runner, but the Patriots backfield is loaded with really good runners. And knowing Belichick's history, you just never know anything. But I guess you could say the same thing with the Jags. So I like Stevenson's upside a little bit more.
Yeah.
Agree there. Josh,
I would like
JL?
to know if this is a dynasty league or a redraft league. If it's a dynasty league, it's an easy Stevenson. It's not even a question. And if it's a redraft league, it makes a little bit more sense. It makes a little. They're pretty close. I lean Stevenson personally.
I lean Hyde. Actually, he's a clear tier ahead in my mind above Ramondre Stevenson. Carlos Hyde is he played under Urban Meyer in Ohio State. And so I don't think that, again, we can rule out how Urban Meyer is going to use him this season. And exactly what Bruce said, Ramondre Stevenson, while he's looked great in the preseason, we don't know how Bill Belichick's going to use him in the actual season.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do not blame you for going that way. It's definitely close. I think I would go Ramondre, but there's definitely value to Carlos Hyde. For me, it's just I'll take pure upside with those like late back of my bench players, and that's how I view Stevenson. Definitely, if I had to place a bet right now, who's going to have more fantasy points at the end of the season, I'd probably place the bet on Carlos Hyde. But I think the upside's higher for Stevenson. Rick Butts in here. When you Rick roll Rick Butts, it's just a roll. It's not even a Rick roll. That's repetitive. So no one roll him, please. Jordan's in. He says it's filled out.
Nice.
He says, do I get to sign Simon's chest if I win? Matter of fact,
Can do it either way.
Sign my back while I sign Simon's chest. Yeah,
absolutely.
You got it.
Absolutely.
Dennis has a question.
Badass, Dennis.
In the Fantasy Footballers Listener League. Congrats, first of all. Any advice on taking them down? Any of you guys have any tips for him on taking down the ballers in their own league?
Post spiders into the chat. Just pictures of spiders.
I would say
just draft your team.
Don't be afraid to follow your own rankings. I think a lot of people in that league are going to be maybe following the UDK a little bit closer than in some other leagues, since it is a footballers league. Don't be afraid to zig away from where you differ from the footballers rankings, because that's going to be where you make the differentiator in your team. Hopefully positive, could be negative, but it's where you're going to differentiate yourself.
I've heard that if you watch this stream over the course of the season, it really helps with those kinds of decisions. So maybe actionable advice. Actionable advice.
That's what we're here for.
Anthony submitted the form as well. So guys, go ahead and get that form in if you haven't and you want to be a part of it. And Jay, I am not going to put up every line of the Rick Roll song on the screen that you have posted in the chat.
Never gonna.
And Dennis said, thanks, guys. Love the plug. LOL.
No, that's
Always.
awesome. That's really awesome. Have fun in that
That
league
is
this year.
that is
They're really good guys. They helped us out a ton when we were starting out. We have nothing but respect for those guys over there. So have fun.
And love. I've got respect and
Nothing
love
but-
for them, JL.
And
so,
love for them.
so speak for yourself. Guys,
I tap
today,
that.
though, we are playing poll perception. Prue, that's why we brought you on today to play some poll perception to hopefully beat down Josh and John Luke.
No.
Before I explain the rules, I'm gonna ask you, Prue, do you want to go first, second, or third in today's game of poll perception?
I'll go second.
Second for Prue. John Luke, would you like to go first or third?
I want to go first.
Good.
Oh,
Good.
Josh going third.
Easy win. Easy win,
Guys.
boys.
Poll perception is our OG game, but we're going to run through the rules anyways because Josh forgets them every single time.
Please remind me.
How this game works
Please.
is I found 7 polls online beforehand. These are fantasy football polls. They can be who should I roster, different things about fantasy football. I will propose one of these polls to one of the contestants. You will be responsible for telling me what percentage of people you think chose side A on that poll. It's always side A. The closer you are, the more points you get. 15 points away get you 1. Any further, you get nothing. After you make your guess, the other 2 contestants will guess whether they think the actual percentage of people who chose side A is over or under the original guess. If you correctly predict the over-under, you will get 2 points. After 6 rounds like this, we will go into the 7th round where all 3 of you will guess the percentage. The person who's closest gets 5 points unless you nail it right on the head and you get 10. So really, it all comes down to the last question usually, unless someone truly ran away with it. And let's get started. We got one more question, though, before we jump in. In a non-PPR league, he has OBJ, Diggs, and A-Rob. Do I trade one in a 2 wide receiver league? I'm assuming there's a flex position, so I say no.
Exactly.
Unless the rest of your team is
completely
stacked.
depends on the rest of your team. If you need to balance out, if you need running backs, then yeah, I mean, I think you could explore. I don't think those wide receivers are so good that you would need to. But you could explore maybe downgrading one of them slightly to a lesser wide receiver and get upgrading your running back. But otherwise, I think you're fine there.
Yeah, I agree. Jordan has a new rule proposal for us. Says if you're 69 points away exactly, you should get 15 points. You know what?
I
That
agree.
would
Why not?
Be
Let's
very
implement it.
difficult. That would be so hard to do, and
It's
not
not
even
happening.
possible. Not even possible on a lot of polls. Like it just wouldn't be possible. And Jordan says, "Why doesn't Maria get a happy birthday song
They
from this
did.
crew?" She
She
did.
did.
She got the speed
Josh
version.
did it.
I
She
did
asked
my
me
speed.
not to do it specifically. So it's
And just back to the trade question, OBJ, Diggs, and A-Rob, you need wide receivers even in a standard league. You need 3 good ones, I would say. 3 good ones is awesome to have. So no, I probably wouldn't trade those guys. I wouldn't go
There
out
we
my
go,
way to.
John.
But trading makes
Are
fantasy
you
fun,
ready for
so.
your first poll?
I am.
Your poll. And all of these polls are not just within the last week, they're within the last 2 days. A lot of them since the
Ooh,
game
recent.
ended yesterday. The first 2 are since the game ended. The game had ended. So, JL, what I want to know is who would you rather roster in a dynasty league? Side A, Antonio Brown. Side B, Marquez Callaway. What percentage of people said Antonio Brown in this poll?
Dynasty is the interesting part here.
Yeah, it does make it interesting.
I'm gonna go with 44%.
44% from John Luke. Prue, we're coming to you. Do you think the actual answer is over or under 44%?
What's getting to me
That's
is
how I feel.
it's dynasty, but then also you mentioned that this poll's from after the game yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes.
So recency bias. I'm gonna go under.
Yeah.
Prue taking the under on that guess. And Josh, are you taking the over or under here?
JL, I think you said a good line. I'm having trouble with this one. But the recency bias, Antonio Brown's having some off the field issues. He'll be fine for the season, I assume. But how many more seasons does he really have? It's dynasty league. I guess I'll take the under, even though I think if I was a competing team, I'm taking the Antonio Brown side of this team, this trade. But I'll take the under.
So John Luke, you put both people on the under with your guess of 44%. Let's see what the chat said. Jordan said 15%. J-Law said 38. Ricky
Okay.
Butt said 78.
15
Jordan
seems
said,
low.
I saw a damn Jamar Chase poll that was 50-50 with Callaway. And Anthony said 28%. Definitely not a fake throw, said 12%. Jay said 24%. So it looks like most of these people are agreeing with your choice of under here. The actual percentage of people that chose Antonio Brown over Marquez Callaway, based on slightly under the sampling size, 551 votes from Twitter, is 46%. John Luke, you were 2 percentage points away, and it was the over. 46%.
Oh, boy.
They would take Antonio Brown in this trade. So, John Luke, you get 5 points for being within 5 percentage points. And Prue and Josh,
strong
unfortunately,
start.
you get nothing there in jail. That is about as strong of a start as you can have, unless you nailed it right on the head.
You know me, just like a xylophone. I just nail them on the head.
What a fool.
Cried out. He says, anything Jake says is wrong. Jordan says, I'm very, very surprised. And Rick says, was I 69 away? Exactly. 100%. And definitely not a fake throw. Says, what the? I'm done. He's done. He's out of here after that one. Josh, you mentioned it a little, but you said if you were competing, you would take Antonio Brown in a dynasty league. If you were not competing, does that change your answer? Would you take Marquez Callaway on a rebuilding team?
It does change my answer. I like Marquez Callaway's upside, and if I was rebuilding, Antonio Brown's not doing much for me. So I am trying to trade Antonio Brown if I'm in a rebuild. I know you just made a trade for him today, Simon, and I think that was a good trade for you because you're a competing team. If you have any kind of wide receiver injuries going in the season, you're going to be in a tough spot. So I think Antonio Brown was a good pickup for you.
You also just picked up Marquez Callaway, did you not?
In a different league, but I did.
In a different league.
Okay.
85 fab?
Yeah, I spent a lot of my fab on Marquez Callaway. The next highest bid for everyone listening, I bid 85. The next highest bid was $0.
It was close. It was close.
So I barely got him.
Perfect.
You overestimate how many people watched all the preseason.
The worst part was that was my lowered bid. I initially put a bid in for $100 to make sure.
What's your budget?
And then I was 100.
100
out of 100. I was just.
You're in the league, Josh.
The whole budget in a dynasty league. You never know. Like the dynasty waiver wire can be pretty bare. So whenever something like this pops up that maybe has a real shot to be a fantasy contributor, I'm all about just blowing all your fab. But I could have gotten them for $1, got them for 85 instead. But that's okay.
And real fast, I saw this. It was just posted before, whatever. Do I trade CD Lamb for Robinson? I have Tyreek Hill. It doesn't freaking matter. No. The answer is no. The answer is no. Okay.
What?
I just want to cover that. The answer is no. I don't know if you guys
assuming
disagree.
This is dynasty, for sure no. If this is redraft,
even if it's not,
definitely
maybe
no.
Someone could make that argument, but I'm not going to.
No.
Yeah. Keep Lamb. Lamb.
Lamb is going to pop off this year.
Sorry. I saw that and I was like, I got to make sure we cover this.
Jay said, "Hey Simon, how much fab should I spend on Callaway?" Exactly $85.
$85
on Callaway. And Anthony said, "Crazy cool cucumbers need to pay more attention."
He reposted it. You reposted it. That's funny.
Also, side note. I don't know if my cousin Hunter is watching, but shout out to Hunter because in all of the leagues I'm in with him, I went to go add Callaway, and 2 weeks ago, someone went in and added a sneaky ad of Callaway for $0 in every single one of those leagues. So some people have been paying attention and went in and did that. Guys, we are on to our next poll, and Prue, this one is for you. Again, just for the update, this was posted after the game yesterday. This was after the game yesterday.
Let's do a better job this time, Prue. You and me.
Yeah.
Hit it right on.
Who would you prefer play QB for the Saints when it comes to fantasy? Side A, Jameis Winston. Side B, Taysom Hill. What percentage of people, based on 707 votes, chose the Jameis Winston side of this poll?
Oh my.
This is like one of the toughest polls. Even after the game. And the fascinating thing is I had this conversation in a clubhouse chat.
Yeah.
And the Saints fans, they want Winston, and non-Saint fans, they want Taysom Hill playing for the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how much does the game last night change that, but it's almost a 50-50 split, in my opinion. At least what I see on Twitter and Clubhouse. So, side A, I'm going to go with 57.
57% on the Jameis side, locked in.
Locked in.
Prue saying 57%. Josh, do you think the actual answer is over or under 57% on the Jameis side?
Well, I feel like I got to take the over here because the question is, who would you prefer to play quarterback for the Saints when it comes to fantasy? And when it comes to fantasy, I think that Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill, yeah, he provides that rushing upside, and that's great if we're just comparing these two options. But when we add in the weapons, the weapons that they're going to be throwing to, Alvin Kamara, everything, I do think that Jameis Winston does add a little bit more upside to all the weapons. So I'm going to take over here. And we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Josh taking the over on Prue's guess at 57%. John Luke, where do you lie on this one?
Yeah, this is tough. 57 is not a bad line. 57 is a pretty good line, actually. Yeah. I know a lot of people are excited for Taysom Hill. I'm excited for Taysom Hill. If he plays, if he's a starter this year, he's going to be a crazy value for fantasy. It's a weird question, right? When it comes to fantasy. What does that mean exactly?
That's how it was phrased in the poll.
Yeah, I assume that, and it's phrased weirdly.
Simon changed it.
Yes,
just want to be like, when it comes to fantasy.
It's actually the original poll was.
I want to see the receipt.
Yeah, it was a completely different poll. You know what? I'm gonna take the over with Josh, mainly because of I think recency bias is probably going to come into play more, and I think just the narrative around Taysom Hill, I don't think anyone can really escape this whole narrative of what the hell are you doing, Sean Payton, with the Taysom Hill. So I'm gonna go with over as well.
Fair enough.
Over for Josh as well.
It could be a sneaky under. It could be a sneaky under, but
it could be a very sneaky under.
I forgot your name was JL for a second. And I called you.
I am Josh. That's Walter. That's Walter. I'm Josh.
Josh Luke.
Everyone is Josh on this blessed day. We've got some guesses in the chat. J Wall said 92%. Jordan said 85%. Wow. And trying to get the 69 percentage points away said 16%. Jay, right there in line with you, Bruce, said 56%. Anthony said 75% A. And definitely not a fake throw and said, I'm not even guessing on this one, but Winston all the way. I mean, come on. Winston is a better thrower to Callaway. LMAO. I want him to have a great year. He said, I'm not even giving you a number. I'm just telling you why it's the Winston side is what was definitely not a fake throw and said over there. Okay, guys, the actual percentage of people that chose Jameis Winston in this poll is 86%. 86% chose Jameis Winston.
The recency bias took over.
Jordan was 1 percentage point away from getting that right on the dot. You were very close, but yeah, the recency bias took over on that one. So, Prue, I'm sorry. You get 0 points for that poll. There's still plenty of game left. And Josh and JL, you each pick up 2 for correctly picking the over-under. Josh, that brings you to 7. Prue sitting at 0. Or JL at 7.
What is wrong with you? Are you broken?
Reboot.
And Eric, your score is 2. So Josh has 7, Eric has 2, and Prue has 0. And that is the score going into the next question.
Eric does not like that.
Because I said 0%. And the fantasy future said that's 85 points too high.
Oh, Taysom Truther.
All be Taysom Hill. We got a Taysom Truther in the chat. If we're being honest, though, all off season.
What Ricky said made me laugh. Weapon. I said the weapons. It helps the weapons. Jameis Winston helps the weapons, but what weapons do they have, right? Callaway,
Kamara,
Troutman.
The Troutman injury is not serious. We just got the update about the avoided serious injury.
Yeah. Kamara.
I know I'm hoping Jameis starts, but John Luke, which one of these two are you hoping starts this season?
I kind of hope. I don't know. I don't know. I don't care that much, but I kind of want to see what Taysom would do. I want the world to be in chaos by Taysom Hill getting the start here.
Prue, do you have a preference for which of these for fantasy you would prefer to start? Which one you'd be more excited about if they were named the starter?
Oh, for fantasy, I'll probably pick Winston. Because I
But
mean,
for-
with Hill, we've seen Camaro take a hit. We've seen the tight ends take a hit. Like Hill does all the short yardage work himself.
Yeah, completely agree there. I'm more excited for Winston as well, but Hill would be exciting. It would be fun just to watch what happens there. Josh,
No, yeah, I'm Taysom Hill. I think would be more exciting to watch on a week-to-week basis. So I guess from just like a pure NFL standpoint, I'm taking Taysom Hill. But from fantasy, I'd rather see Jameis in there and lighting it up, just chucking it deep all the time and throwing 25 interceptions probably.
God, that deep ball was sexy yesterday, though. That was like, I understand why all of Twitter freaked out because that was that got me excited
right.
for football.
So-
like,
You're not wrong.
An interesting point on Winston was when he threw those 30 interceptions in Tampa Bay. But if you look at Tom Brady's interceptions from last year, which were one of his highest at like 12, I think it's the system that Bruce Arians plays causes
It's an
interception.
air it
right?
out system. Yeah.
So I would be very intrigued to see Winston start, and I would wage a bet that he goes under his Vegas interception number.
I'd be willing to take that bet
A very
too.
different system.
Sean Payton has a way with quarterbacks. So it does look like he got
and
in his ear a
Taysom
little
got
bit last
like
night.
his eyes fixed and stuff like 2 years ago, so he should be good.
And new eyeballs. So we're good there.
Fair.
Man,
Jordan
new
said
eyeballs.
Jale is the guy that roots for Thanos in movies after Infinity War. He started.
Yeah, I don't know why we
clapping.
needed Endgame. I just thought it was a good ending right then.
Josh, are you ready for your first poll?
I am absolutely ready. I'm getting it spot on. Let's go.
This one is interesting. This person, for context, forgot to draft a defense. So they need to drop a player to make room. Okay. Their question
God.
is, who should I drop to make room for a defense in my PPR redraft league? Side A, Jalen Rager. Side B, Cole Beasley. Side C, Darnell Mooney. Side D,
Oh,
Corey
no.
Davis. What percentage
no.
of people voted for Jalen Rager as the player that he should drop in this poll?
Oh no, Jalen. Looking at these options in a redraft league and a dynasty league, Jalen Rager's the last guy I want to cut. But in a redraft league, I don't know. This is tough. This is really tough. Cole Beasley, Darnell Mooney, Corey
This
Davis.
poll
All,
sucks.
yeah.
This poll really sucks.
I have no idea what to say right now. I'll say it was lower than. I'll say Mooney is getting. Who do I drop? So okay. Who should I drop? So the person
John Luke.
that you don't want, I would get more votes for.
John Luke, before
John
you
Luke?
say it sucks too much, it has 2,196 votes.
I'm not saying
It
it doesn't it suck in terms of sample size. It's a hard poll.
Yeah. I think I'll go with. So if they each got 25, I mean, I could all see it being pretty even So I'll go with like 32% Jalen Rager. 32%.
32% from Josh locked in.
Yeah.
Locked
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
confidently
Yeah, it's
from
locked in.
Josh. John
Super
Luke, are you
confident. So much confidence.
All of
John
the
Luke.
confidence.
Jeff, Eric, are you taking the over or under on Josh's guess of 32%?
Oh my god. I think I'm gonna take the over.
Oh man.
I'm gonna take the over. I think that God, the only other one I could see, I feel like enough people might not like Cole Beasley,
Yeah.
just like on principle alone, but I don't think that they would pick like Cole Beasley fantasy wise. Take whatever you feel about the man outside of football, but just like from a pure fantasy perspective, he's valuable. So I'm gonna go over. I think Rager could command more of this. It's tough though because there's been a lot of hype from Rager out of camp, so that could certainly be affecting it as well.
That's true. We saw
That's
him
why
make
this
a
poll
really
sucks.
good catch.
A bunch of really good catches, actually. It's like 3 or 4 highlight catches.
Yeah. You're right. I like
John
Rager.
Luke.
I've been a Rager
Me
fan,
too.
but-
Yeah, we've
yeah.
both been been espousing Rager all offseason. Is that a word?
I'm not
Espousing?
saying
doesn't mean what I think it
I
means.
That
need
means you
him in my
married him
redraft
and made him
team,
your
but
spouse.
Yeah, we married Jalen Rager. Josh,
Yeah.
try marriage.
JL taking the
He's a cutie.
over. Prue, do you think the actual answer, the percentage of people that chose Jalen Rager to drop, is over or under 32%?
This is a really hard one. And I think Mooney's probably the least.
Yeah, me too.
Then Davis. So I think both of those are under 25. So
32 is a good line.
yeah, that is a good line.
Yes.
Josh is like, I do what I do.
I did what I do.
No big deal. No big deal. I'm amazing.
I do what
I'm
I
gonna
do.
go over as well.
Prue taking the over. You got double overs here, Josh, from both of your competitors. And we had some guesses in the chat. Anthony said 33%, right there with you. Jay Wall
Good
said
guess.
31.
Big guess.
You're gonna be
Yes.
exactly on, aren't you?
Let's go.
Rick said, I
Where's
feel
the-
like people hate Beasley enough that he will be the majority
That's
leader.
what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Butt said 27. Jordan said 34%. He said he liked Anthony's guess, but he's going one away from it to maximize the odds of someone getting it right. The Fantasy Future said 44% side A, 100% side B for him to get Cole
Yeah,
Beasley out of
I'm
there.
probably with
That's
you.
actually really funny.
Probably with you there,
That's
Futures.
perfect.
Jordan said, I'm going to win Simon a GPP and allow him to get fiber optic Wi-Fi. Please, Jordan. I would appreciate it. My camera was doing some funny things right there. Guys, the actual percentage of people that chose Jalen Rager in this poll. You know what? Let's back up a little bit. The number one most selected answer in this poll was Cole Beasley with 52%. Cole Beasley had
That's more than I would've
51% of the
guessed.
vote in this poll.
I'm glad that Cole Beasley wasn't side A here. Let's just put it
That's
that way.
that's
The least selected player in this poll was Corey Davis with
Okay.
5.4%.
Oh.
Only 5.4% of the vote to Corey Davis.
Okay.
The percentage of people that chose Jalen Rager is 34%. Jordan, you nailed it
You
right on
guys
the
all-
head.
We all
And
got
Josh,
points.
Josh,
We
you were 2 percentage points away, so you get 5 points. Prue
well
and
done,
John Luke,
Josh.
you
Well
each get 2. Josh, you
Thank
move up to 7. Prue, you move up to 2. And John Luke, you move up to 9 points after we conclude all of round 1. The score is JL 9, Prue 2, Josh 7. And
Josh
big
really caught up
shout
to
out
me.
I
to
did.
Anthony.
This game can happen fast. It happens fast in this game.
Life comes at you
Anthony-
fast.
Jordan, nice job on the guess of 34%. Anthony, you were right there as well. Nice job in the chat. And
Anthony said, per Adam Schefter, ETN placed on season-ending IR. Yep, what we expected. Sad
we
days.
expected.
Sad days.
I know JL is one of the most hurt people in all of fantasy football.
I feel like I have
actually.
been pushing him the most. So, yes,
yeah.
you are correct.
Here's a question: Do
I
you
am
trade
dead
him
inside.
away in Dynasty?
No. Why would you
It
trade him
depends.
now? It's too sell low. would you sell low?
Historically, if rookies haven't played their first year, they start losing relevance pretty quick.
It's possible. I don't think you're going to get the value now with him being out on the season and first round pick. He should be ready to go by next season. Everything I was reading, Adam Hutchinson, who's a good follow for injury stuff on Twitter, said he should be when this injury happened, when the surgery is going to happen, he should be ready to go by 2022. So I'm holding I am an ETN manager in many leagues, and I'm holding. I think all of my dynasty leagues.
But I think Jeff's right. It's probably going to be hard.
Of course, it always
the
depends.
value it's probably going to be hard to get that value though. But if you
Jay makes a
can,
point though.
Yeah,
If you're a
okay,
contender and you got to fill that roster spot, you need some help. There's room for it, but just know you're probably selling at the lowest point of his value thus far and possibly going forward. So just be aware of that. That doesn't mean it's a no trade, but it's really got to be a specific scenario for you.
Oh,
that's tough.
Anthony, would you take ETN in the first round of a rookie draft today?
We have a rookie draft coming up starting tomorrow, John Luke, for a league that.
Finally?
Yep.
So in a
starting tomorrow,
superflex,
so-
hell no. In a superflex, hell no. In a one quarterback, 12-team league, I could see you taking him at the back end of the first.
Yeah, this is
Probably
tough.
More of an early second.
I don't know. I
Really
don't know how to
tough.
answer this, honestly. I think I
Are
would
you
probably.
picking him or like Terrace Marshall? You know.
Yeah,
Prue,
I
would
don't.
you take
I don't know.
Prue, would you take ETN in the first round of a rookie draft today, back end of the first?
No, I would probably be mid-second or later.
Yeah, you're probably right. More I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it.
I think I agree there. John Luke, we are on to your next poll though. We had 3 polls already, and yours is I think you'll like it a little bit better than Josh's. That was definitely a tough one, but Josh nailed it. Your question is, who would you rather roster in PPR Dynasty? Side A, Jerry Jeudy, or side B, Trey Sermon? What percentage of people chose Jerry Jeudy?
This is Twitter.
This is Twitter. All of these are Twitter.
Many polls. I mean, many votes.
Many votes.
Many
Many
polls.
Is that a question, or are you just like you're asking?
That's a
did it have
question.
many
I'm
votes?
asking you, are there many votes?
Yes,
Three.
many votes.
3
Three
Twitter.
votes. He's not
Me
volunteering the
signing and Prue
information,
all
so that
voting.
means there's like 400.
Oh, no, sorry. There are 560 votes on this poll. I found 2 of these polls. I had one in here with 330 votes that I found, but then I found the
Ugh.
same exact poll posted by a different account with almost 600. So we
That
went
happened
with,
to me on the Friday poll. There was
So we went with that
Kittle or Waller. There was like 3 or 4 people who posted the same exact poll within like the same day of each other, and then one of them had like 2,000. I was like, okay, I'm switching to that one.
The results on this one were similar across both polls, regardless of the votes. I checked both just so you guys know.
I think
but
that
it's
was
not
how
like
it
they had
was for mine
wildly
too, yeah.
different results. What are you going to go with, John Luke? What percentage of people chose Jerry Jeudy over Trey Sermon in a dynasty league?
This seems like a slam dunk. So now I'm just trying to see how high am I willing
How
to
hard you're
go?
going to slam it?
How hard I'm going to slam this dunk. I'm going to go with
Slam it, dude. Slam it. Slam that dunk.
I'm going to go with 90%.
Oh,
Wow.
you slammed it, man.
90%. You locking it in?
Yeah.
You didn't give me much room to work with. I was fully expecting to take this over, and now I do not know.
JL guessing 90%. Prue, do you think the actual answer is over or under 90%?
Wow. He really put it out there. That's an
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
I just didn't think he was going to be able to go that high. I was like, I was ready. I was like, oh, Jerry Jeudy, let's go.
90%.
Is that good? I'm guessing that's good strategy for me then, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Now I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I have no idea what to do.
Dynasty, side A, Jerry Jeudy has been getting a lot of hype. Denver, especially with the way their quarterback competition is going with Bridgewater and Drew Lock, playing good. Trey Sermon, I've heard some rumors about some injuries. Oh, damn.
What's it going to be? Over or
I'm going to
under?
go under.
Under for Prue. You set the line too high for him, JL. He's taking the under. Josh, are you taking the over under on John Luke's guess of 90%?
It sucks when there's like an answer that's like, yeah, this Jerry Jeudy is the right answer. You know, he's absolutely the right answer here. So it's like 100% Jerry Jeudy. But JL didn't allow us any wiggle room. So now we got to be like, all right, let's just think about the idiots coming in here. Not idiots. Trey Sermon's got a lot of hype himself, but I got to take the under. Got to take the under. I've
Wow.
got to.
Josh taking
I
the
just have
under
to.
as well. You got double unders on your guess of 90%, John Luke. And we've got some guesses in the chat as well. Jordan saying 79%. Ricky Butt saying
Lower.
83.
That's
Jay
what I
Wall
saw.
saying-
I guess.
Yeah, I think it's in
saying
the 80s.
82.
Yeah.
Anthony said 69. And definitely not a fake throw. Says I'm back. I was walking my fish, but a 72%. Man, good fish owners are hard to find. I'm glad you're
Yeah.
taking the
on
responsible
you.
path to fish ownership. I really appreciate it.
Is it a rescue fish?
Okay. Yeah.
I only buy rescues.
I don't go to a breeder.
No, fish farms,
worst.
fish mills. Yeah,
Fish-
just
fish
not
mills.
about it. Fish mills, not about it over
Scott
here.
fish mills are the worst.
Scott fish mills.
He needs walks too.
You know,
Not right now.
Maria and I went to lunch today, and the majority of the conversation was about how can I get, like, is it possible to scam Scott Fish with a phishing scam? Like, can I institute a phishing scam where I
Fishing
I
with a
fish
PH.
Scott
I
Fish?
see.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was thinking
What if
like
you
maybe
could-
you're stealing like his fish when he's like reeling them in.
Yes,
Scam
classic. The classic steal your fish
Yeah.
gag.
Yeah.
Classic prank.
Classic. Everyone
I
knows.
love that. I love that your method for stealing someone's like goldfish was a rod and reel. That was what you went to. You're
All
like,
the
yeah,
reel
you're
them in.
stealing
Slice the
someone's
line,
fish.
You know, you're in the water,
Come
you're scuba.
Come
gear,
on, bite
ready
it,
to-
bite it, little guy.
Okay, guys, the actual percentage of people that chose Jerry Judy in this poll, JL's guess was 90%. Both of you guys took the under, was 84%. 84%. So, John Luke, you were 6 percentage points away, right outside of that 5. So, you
Damn.
get 3 more points. Pretty good still.
Yeah.
And Prue and Josh, you guys were both correctly predicted the under, so you
got it,
get
bro.
2 more points. JL, that puts you up to 12 points. Prue pushes you up to 5. And Josh, that puts you at 9. It is 5 to 12 to 9 after that question.
Anyone's game. Anyone's game.
It is anyone's game. And shout out to Rick Butts for being 1 percentage point away. He's killing it today in the chat. Nice guest, Rick. Absolutely killed it. And Jay wants to know who can fish Scott Fish while fishing. Not I, said Simon. And Jordan has a question for us, real quick. Over under 1.5 rookie RBs to get 1,000 total yards. I'll take the under.
Under. It's just like without ETN now, it's like it just limits it so much. It seems like.
Najee.
And then there's Najee,
You
and
know what?
then
You can get you over.
I'll take
I'm
the
going
over.
over.
and it's no guarantee
17
that Najee
games.
gets it.
17 games.
Yeah.
With Najee Harris and Javonte Williams, I'm taking the over.
Yeah, and there might be some guy that we're not even like talking about right now.
Right.
We've seen that
Phil.
the last few years. Philip Lindsay.
The running back.
Philip Lindsay
the
from the
future.
future. Yep, there you
Oh.
go. We got this. Simon and I are on the same page.
What just happened? All right,
You know,
whatever.
Phil the future. Prue,
You
we're
never
on
watched
to you
Phil
for
the
your.
Future? He grew up and became Philip Lindsay.
Joe, tomorrow's the Phil
Fill
of the
in.
Future show. Today's poll
Oh.
reception. Tomorrow's
Okay,
all Phil
okay.
of the Future. Prue, are you ready for your next poll?
Yes, I'm gonna hit it dead
This
on
is
this
a-
time. I need it.
This is a 14-team PPR Dynasty Superflex League. 14-team PPR Dynasty Superflex. And this is a trade that went down. Side A is Matthew Stafford plus Allen Robinson. Side B is Calvin Ridley plus Keenan Allen. What percentage of people chose side A in this trade?
14 team.
Wow. This
Oh
is an
my.
interesting trade.
So many moving
I
parts.
definitely prefer side B. So that side A person really needed a quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jay. Jay said this is a good one, Simon, with a capital
is a
I.
good one.
That is how I prefer to capitalize my name. The first 2 letters capitalized. That's where I like to go on that front. And Tim said, walks into a freshly robbed house. Something doesn't smell fishy in here.
Oh, wow.
Because the fish is gone. I get it. Because Josh stole the fish.
Yeah, I like how you just giggled, not getting it at
Figured it
first.
out. Figured it out.
I just thought it was silly.
It's just,
but now
those
I
are
get
funny
it.
words.
They were funny words. Prue, where are you going on this one? What percentage do you think chose side A?
I'm going to go with 38%.
38% from Prue on that poll. Josh does not like that line you set. Josh, are you taking the over or under
I
on
don't
Prue's
like
guess
it
of
at
38%?
No, like in my mind, I was like, this has to be like high 30s, low 40s. So you put it right in there.
You put it right in
And
there.
it could be even lower. Like if I take this back to just like straight up startup value, it's a dynasty super flex league, but it's 14 teams. So quarterbacks actually do get pushed up a little bit more.
Mhm.
So Calvin Ridley and Keenan Allen, I feel like they're both getting drafted. You can see Allen Robinson go ahead of Keenan Allen. Maybe their value is about similar. Calvin Ridley, but it's a 14 team. So
Right.
I guess I'll take the over just because it's a 14-team league and the value of quarterback does get pushed up.
Boo.
But
Josh
it's
taking
so
the
close.
over, and Jail's booing him. Jail, are you booing it because that's what you wanted to do, or booing it because you think it's under?
I'm booing because that's what I'm doing. I'm taking
Oh,
the over.
okay.
And
I
I
wasn't
wanted
sure
Josh
either.
to take the under.
Probably.
Both of you guys locking in with the over, and we've got some guesses in the chat. Definitely not a fake throne, said 39%.
That would be
Jay
great
Wall
for
said
all of us, I
51.
guess.
Wow.
Anthony said 44. Jay also said 44, and Jordan saying 42%.
Wow, they're all in like the same range.
That
Let's
14
go.
team league is really going to mess with this, I think.
Yeah,
Quarterbacks
But-
are tough in a 14
But are
team
people
super
seeing that it's a 14-team league? That's my question. Like on
Do they
Twitter,
have
right?
eyeballs? Yeah.
Do they have eyeballs and
Yeah.
a brain?
Do they?
That's
Yeah,
right.
Even any sense of logic.
Yes, yes.
Any bit of reasoning here.
Albert saying 47%, and Rick Butt saying 43%. Guys, the actual percentage of people that chose the Stafford A-Rob side of this trade is 40%. So, Crew, you are 2 percentage points away.
Not
you
a
get
bad
5
guess.
points. John, Luke, and
Yeah.
Josh, you both correctly picked the over, so you guys get 2 points for that. Crew,
Should have
that
picked the
pushes-
under, Josh. You should have picked the under.
Yeah, if you picked 41, that would have been.
That's
the
what
toughest
I was
decision in the
debating
world.
between 41
Like-
and 38.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what I would have done. I don't know
Yeah.
what I would have done.
I should have done.
I don't
You
know.
would have edged me out. I would have still taken the over.
I might have gone under, but I don't know.
JL, that pushes you up to 14 points. Prue at 10 and Josh at 11. Did I do those scores right? I think I
Wow. Definitely not
definitely
a fake
not a-
throne. Was 1%, 1 percentage points off.
Good job. Definitely not a
did.
fake throw.
So close. He said you have got to be.
we just call you
kidding me.
Real Throne?
One away.
Yeah, can we shorten it?
Real
Let's call you
Throne was
throne. You're thrown from now on.
1 percentage point away. Prue, great guess on that one. You were 2 percentage points off, netting you 5 points and putting you right back in this game. But Josh, we are on to you. The last poll before the final round, and your question is, which side do you prefer in Josh, I'm sorry. I feel like you got some of the hardest ones. Which side do you prefer in Dynasty? Side A,
This is
Trey
good.
Lance plus Saquon Barkley plus DJ Chark plus Anthony Firkser.
Oh,
Or side
boy.
B, Russell Wilson plus Josh Jacobs plus Justin Jefferson.
Oh,
This
What percentage
poll-
of people chose side
Oh.
A in this poll?
This poll is hotter than a jalapeno.
okay,
That's
so
a good one, Joe.
we have a lot
Thanks.
to unpack here, right? We have Saquon Barkley, Justin Jefferson. Let's just like kind of put those values about the same. We got Russell Wilson, Trey Lance. I think Russell Wilson's typically getting drafted ahead of him in Dynasty. Do we know? Is this a super flex league?
It didn't say. The question was, which side do you prefer in
Ugh.
Dynasty? And it gave these two options.
So just knowing that, I think I prefer side B. I think Chark's also a lot of value. Saquon's great, but like I said, Justin Jefferson, I think maybe you could put their values about the same. So I'm definitely taking side B. It's just what percentage do I want to go side A? Man, so Saquon's well above Josh Jacobs. Not well above, but like at this point, he is. Justin Jefferson's well above DJ Chark. Trey Lance, Russell Wilson's above Trey Lance, but it's close enough. And Firkser, he doesn't really do much for me. I'll say like 36% said side A. 36% side A.
36% confidently locked in by Josh. John Luke, are you going over or under Josh's guess of 36%?
That's a real dookie move by you, Joshua.
Yeah, I like hearing that because I wasn't so sure when I said it.
I am going freak.
You're gonna freak? Relax,
I
JL.
hate that line. I hate
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, no,
I
it's a
hate
good
that
one.
too.
I hate it. I'm gonna go with
Will this be our first split vote? All other votes have been in line. We haven't had a single split so far.
Even
I'm
if
gonna
they're
go
right or
with-
wrong.
I'm gonna go with over.
Okay.
JL taking the over on 36%. Prue, what do you think? Do you think the actual answer is over or under 36% on side A?
So this is interesting in the strategy of the poll perception game. Because if I
Mhm.
go over, then I'm guaranteed to not lose ground.
Yes. Yeah. and then you can always make it up in the
And
final
then
round.
Right,
the
yeah.
final question is worth 5 points. Or
Whoever's
10 if you
closest
nail it
gets
just
5.
right.
Right. Yeah. I personally, I would have gone under, but I'm going to go with over.
That's
Here.
smart. I think it's smart in this position.
Prue playing the game and taking the over on this one. Says he doesn't want to lose ground on JL. Let's leave it to the final question. We have some
Yeah.
guesses in the chat as well. Jordan said 46%. I hate these polls. Jay Wall said 39. Anthony
All
also
right.
said 39. Rick
Ah.
Butt said 45.
Ah.
Albert said 35.
Yes, that would be so
Uh,
perfect.
Real Throne said 46. Jay said 47. And everyone in the chat just trying to play the game. They're like, oh, I went 45. I'll move to 44. All right, you can have 46. I'll
You guys
go
are
35.
ridiculous.
Man, you guys are all over the place. Just trying to make sure someone gets it. The actual percentage of people that chose the Lance side of this trade is 46%. Definitely not a fake
Okay,
throw.
that's
Nailed it right
fine.
on the
That
head.
is
Wow.
Thank God. The 10%.
Josh-
I was really nervous about that. I'll be
Josh, you were
honest.
within 10, so you add 3.
Shoot.
Prue and JL, you
I
each
needed-
add 2 to your
It comes down to the
score.
final round. Whoever's
It
closest
comes
to the final
down
round
to the
wins.
final question. It could tie. If Prue gets it right, he
Oh, yeah,
ties
with
JL
JL, yeah.
for the lead. Oh, wait. Or did I add 3 to JL had 14
Yeah.
before this.
Yeah.
added 3.
I was about to.
Oops.
Didn't make sense. Yeah.
Wow.
I think
Can't be
he was up by
trusted.
4 on.
JL has 16.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
16
Yeah,
to
yeah.
12 to
It
14.
comes down to
I gotta
this
start.
now.
I'm gonna start
It
keeping
actually
my
does.
own score.
Yeah,
You
keep your own
should
score.
probably.
Definitely not a fake throw and said bet.
Let's go,
And
Throne.
Jordan's not even mad that he changed his answer. He said, We did it. We did it. He's all
Did
about
it.
the game.
He
here.
did it.
I'm so
Guys,
happy
we're
I was
on to
within
our
10.
last poll. Prue, do you happen to have pen and paper handy?
I don't have a pen and paper.
That's
Then no
fine.
worries. You'll just reveal your answer first. We'll make sure JL and Josh write theirs down ahead of time so there's no prices writing here going on. Your last poll. This is coming from an auction league. So the question is, in an auction league, $200 budget, 12-team, PPR, redraft. Who would you rather draft for
God, I
$1?
hate this.
Who would you
Okay.
rather draft for $1? Side A, Sony Michel. Side B, Alexander Madison. Side C, Rashad Penny. Side D, Philip Lindsay. What percentage of people chose side A, Sony Michel, in this poll? I need you guys to all, Prue, you think of your answer. Jalen and Josh, write your answer down. Whoever's closest will get
I
5
hate
points
this.
and
I
will
hate this.
win the game.
Oh no. Oh no.
Redraft.
I hate this.
Redraft.
Fantasy Future said, yeesh, I was way off. Checks Abacus. Yeah, you must have slid something too far. on
Checks
that.
abacus. I want to say that more frequently in conversation. Checks abacus.
Checks Abacus. Ooh. Rick said this is a team game, fake throne. Yeah, you guys are working together against the house, it sounds like. And Jason
I got
Jordan, you
mine.
sound like my son when he puts on his shoes and he yells, I did it. I did it. Jordan. Jordan is excited. Josh has his written down. John Luke Prue, where are you guys? You have your answers?
No.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Prue's ready. Jail, we're
Um,
waiting for you.
Okay. Settle down your horses. All right.
Settle down your horses.
Settle down your horses. I'm gonna. God, I hate this. I hate this. All right. I got mine.
JL has his. Prue, we're going to come to you first. What percentage of people do you think chose Sony Michel in this poll?
This is really tough, and I hate this question.
Yeah, me too.
Guessing it's in the tens somewhere. I'm gonna go with 14.
14% from Prue on that one. Josh, what is your guess? 9% from Josh. And John Luke, what is your guess?
Okay, I got some
15%.
wiggle room. Prue's in a bad spot, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
Brew,
it could happen.
Brew's in an unfortunate sandwich.
Yeah.
I almost won 11. I had 11 written
Dude, I
down,
was
and
thinking 11, and then I said maybe no redraft.
I'm very glad I did not go 11. I would have been in the unfortunate sandwich.
Yeah,
You would have been in the
more
unfortunate
unfortunate.
sandwich. We got some guesses in the chat as well. Jay Wall said 8%. Jay said side E, none. He doesn't want any of them for $1. Rick said 11%. Anthony said 12. Real Throne said 26%. I hate it too. Don't worry, you're not alone. Albert with 9% right there
Let's
with
go,
you,
Albert.
Josh.
Let's go.
Jordan
Shoot.
saying 12% and then saying auction drafts are my specialty. Jay saying 24%. And Jordan saying if we get 100 live viewers, we can get every guest. Oh, Jordan, you would really show us if you got
Oh,
100
God.
viewers in here. Oh,
Yeah.
man. You would
What a
show us
jerk.
so hard.
That,
I would
what
be
a-
so
yeah, that would
mad.
suck. That would
That would be the
suck.
ultimate prank if you managed to get 100 viewers. After we
Definitely don't
participated
do
in the
that.
chat. No, don't do that. Jordan said 12%, then amended it to 10%. And
Yes,
Jay said, new
yes,
game,
Jordan,
unfortunate sandwich.
Fortunate sandwich.
New game, unfortunate sandwich. Yeah, we'll come up with the rules for that, then we'll play it next week. Who's in the unfortunate
Delicious.
sandwich right now? Prue is. Okay, guys, the actual percentage of people that chose Sony Michelle in this poll is
Drum roll.
we
We all did it. That's not like something we always do or anything.
No.
is 7%. Josh,
much?
you were the closest. 7, and you are the winner.
No!
Congratulations, Josh. You have won today's game of
Boo.
full perception. Prue, you were so close to pulling it out in the end after the slow start, but Josh gets the W today. Congrats,
Let's go.
Josh, on the win. And Prue, well played, my man. You started out slow, but you came back in the middle of that game and almost pulled out the W at the end. John
That
Luke,
was such a
you
close
did what you're
game.
best at.
Yeah.
Starting out
Yeah.
strong and then
JL
pooping the
JL
bag.
special.
JL special.
Me and the Falcons.
I was really like hoping for 12%.
That would've been fun.
perfect.
Yeah, that would have been great.
J Wall, great guess on that one with 8%.
Oh,
You
yeah,
were right
really good
there.
guess.
Almost got it right on the head. And Rick
Hell
said
yeah.
7-Eleven is a thing. I will count it. Yeah, that counts, Rick. Close enough.
Oh, absolutely.
Guys, before we go, I want to thank Prue for coming on the show and make sure all of you, if you are not following him on Twitter or Lineup Showdown, go and follow him right now at Lineup Showdown, and he's on Twitter at the Prue Patel. So you can find him there and find Lineup Showdown at Lineup Showdown. Make sure you follow him over there and get involved with Lineup Showdown if it sounds like something you're interested in. It's sounds like an awesome format. It sounds exciting and very puzzly, which I love. It's one of my favorite things about fantasy is
Puzzly.
the puzzly aspect to it. Prue, thank you so much, my man, for coming on today. I really appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was a great show, a great game, and go Ravens.
Go Ravens. And trading makes fantasy fun. Let's go,
It does.
people.
Victory spin.
Let's go.
The victory spin from Josh. Guys, Anthony said, Josh, victory spin in the chair. He did it. Guys, one more reminder before we go. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss the rest of our awesome guests this week.
Yeah. Don't be a
And
cattywampus.
I
Just
just put
subscribe.
the form in the chat again. If you want to be a part of our listener league, fill that form out. I'll be putting it on our Twitter and in the Discord as well, but the form is right there. I think that's it for us today, guys. Josh, congrats on the win. Prue, you'll have to come back and get your revenge some other time. So I'll have to have you back on. He was saying he
Yep.
wants to come play some fantasy fortune, so he'll come back
Yeah.
and beat us down with some fortune next time.
Yeah, right.
That's it for us today,
Probably.
today, guys, though. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Until then, adios, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace out.
Thanks, guys.
Happy birthday, Maria.